I am not missing an outfit, okay? I'm not. I'm terribly sorry to disappoint you. I'll just have to do it naked. You wouldn't want to see me in drag. I look like Whoopi Goldberg in drag, okay? You'd have to shave this nose with an oak tree. You know what I'm saying? There's no way. But let me give you an example. Hold on. I saw this earlier.
Oh, shit.
I guess it'd be something like this. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Curtin. How are you tonight? Just not me, but I am dying to get my hands on my mother's blue fox fur coat. I was up in Long Island a couple weeks ago, and it was cozy warm. Everybody looked at me and said, "Are you going to take that back to Florida?" I said, "Yeah, we get a little chilly in the winter, right?" You know, the other thing, too, don't hate my mom. She got the coat before it was wrong to have it. So don't paintball me when you see me wearing it. And I can't bring the fox back to life anyway. I assure you, even out of drag, I am as gay as a picnic basket, okay? I have no doubt. Although my younger brother happens to be much gayer than I am, and I think my mother should have caught that right away when he stole a crocheting needle from the 5 and 10 across the street from where we live. Not a cap gun, not a bag of army men. To this day, he still knits and crochets some of the most beautiful things you've ever seen. He's a lot larger than I am. My little gay brother is about 6 feet tall and 250 pounds. As a matter of fact, we both got this shirt in 2000 at the B-52s concert. I'm still wearing mine. Jack is not. I don't know how my mother really reacted in the 80s to having 2 gay children. Something like this. It's not my fault. What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? So if you're gay, your brother's gay. Now, Jack, as I said, stole a crocheting needle. Also, he had the big Howard Jones black and orange mohawk. I may be dating myself. How old are you? You 15. You don't know Howard Jones. Google him. 80s. Black fingernail polish, toga parties. But when I came over to tell my mother I was gay, she thought of everything else in the world that it could have been. You killed someone. You're on drugs. You deal drugs. No, wow, I'm really shocked. It's going to be simple now. I'm gay. No, you're not. Yes, I am. No, you're not. I didn't raise you to be like that. I said, well, you know, I remember her telling me that if I didn't behave myself, they would have sent me to an all-boys reform school. Look how well that would have worked out. Now, imagine how much fun I would have had at an all-boys reform school. As a matter of fact, we were sitting out in New York talking to my brother and my sister and talking about my nephews and how the littlest one at 6 years old said, so if Uncle Jack is your uncle, Uncle Nelson is your brother too. And my sister said, no, Uncle Jack is married to Uncle Nelson. That's why he's Uncle Nelson. The same way Aunt Lorenza and Richie are married. I thought Jack would marry a girl. I said, so did I, Gavin. No. So he gets mad that he wasn't at the wedding. I follow him up to the big rock in their backyard and said, what's the matter, Gavin? I wasn't at Uncle Jack's wedding. I said, yes, you were. Don't you remember Uncle Chris took you to the YMCA? We're trying to turn him early. So he said, I said, don't you remember the ice cream sundae bar where the kids make all-you-can-eat ice cream sundaes? He said, yes, I thought Uncle Jack would marry a woman. And I said, well, some people marry boys, some people marry girls, some people marry each other. What about you, Uncle Chris? Are you going to get married? I said, hell no, Gavin, Uncle Chris doesn't get married. But if you were going to get married, would you marry a man or a woman? And I said, well, Gavin, you're only 6, but I think you're old enough to know that I'm like Uncle Jack. And I think they were good with it. I think that my nephews are going to grow up knowing there's nothing wrong with it. And I don't think there's anything wrong with it either, ladies and gentlemen. Do any of you? Thank you very much. Last week I told everybody I'm a waiter and a hairdresser, and I guess the only job that could make me gayer would be dog groomer. But I think hairdresser's pretty gay. You know, I mean, I did a cut and color today, fabulous. My mother doesn't pay me, so it didn't really work out that well. It worked out well for her, but not for me. I think maybe hairdressing without China. I was actually thinking the other day, I wanted to know what my straight gay alliance was. And I realized as I'm watching the Rays game and RuPaul's Drag Race that that's my gay straight alliance. But last Sunday I one-upped it. I was watching football, not the Bucks. Sorry, listen, they're the Mets of football, okay? They are the Mets of football. Helen Keller's School of Blind Girls are more likely to win a football game than the Bucks. I'm not a hater. Big Rays fan, though. Big Rays fan. Love the Rays. Each and every one of them I would like to love personally. I would love to be the soap and towel boy in the Rays locker room. That's my ideal dream job. I would love to be the meat in an Evan Longoria, Sean Rodriguez sandwich. Right? I think the Bucks, I don't know what they need to do. Stop, just stop. Or play with your eyes closed. Play with your eyes closed. Maybe we'll win a game now. I live here in Florida. I want to tell you something. Anyone in the hospitality industry, we're the reason we're not telepathic as a species. Because if some people that I'm waiting on sometimes could know what I'm thinking, I wouldn't get a job, I wouldn't have teeth, I'd have two black eyes. I had a lady call the restaurant I work at the other day and say, that young man who boxed up my food, he took a shrimp. When the manager came up to me and said, did you take a shrimp out of the food you boxed up for table 12? I don't remember how clean looking she was. You gotta be clean looking with good teeth for me to steal off your plate. But she called up and she said, I had 4 shrimp. And when I got home, I opened that to-go container and there were only 3 shrimp left. That young man ate one of my shrimp. And I thought, ooh, young man, I like that. I'll take that. I said, I didn't eat a shrimp. I work here. I can get all the shrimp I want. Why would I eat a shrimp? I wanted to get the call dial back, like the call return on the phone and go, oh, that shrimp was delicious. Thank you very much. Really? Can eat her shrimp. I don't get too many complaints except from a woman I called Tia Maria. Because she came in one night wanting to know what specialty coffees we have. We have coffee and booze, and we think that's pretty damn special. So what do you want? You want a cup of coffee? You want Baileys? You want coffee and whiskey? What do you want? I'll have a coffee and a Tia Maria. Okay. When I bring it to her, the girl bartender says, hey Chris, this is the last of the Tia Maria in the house. Just let your customer know that. So I said to her, enjoy that. That's all the Tia Maria we have. What? You don't have any more Tia Maria? How come you don't have any more Tia Maria? I don't do the ordering. I don't shoot the messenger. So every time I came back to the table and said, how are you guys doing? Do you need anything? Well, I'd love another Tia Maria and coffee, but you don't have it. She did it 3 times, and I thought to myself, here's why we're not telepathic as a species. Listen, lady, I didn't drink it all. Don't blame me. Do I look like I'm like, woo! I'm not drinking the Tia Maria. One girl told me during a street festival we are not allowed glassware on the sidewalks in beautiful downtown Dunedin, the land of Oz, the Emerald City where I live. We're not allowed glassware on the street during a street festival. So she says, I am not paying $10 for a martini and drinking it out of a plastic cup. And I wanted to say, well, you're not the alcoholic I am. Because I would drink it out of plastic, styrofoam, hell, I'd drink it out of your shoe if it wasn't an open tub. Okay, I'm having the cocktail I want. I just couldn't understand it. And I find that some people, you know, like, I'll have an Amstel Light. We don't have Amstel Light. What do you mean you don't have Amstel Light? We don't have Amstel Light. I mean, what do I need, a bouncing ball? I mean, we don't have Amstel Light. We got Bud Light, Miller Light, Yingling Light, Light Light, Coors Light, Corona Light, the light from the moon and the stars above. Pick up the pieces and pick another beer, for God's sakes. We don't have it. I didn't eat it. I didn't drink it. I want to tell you, take very good care of your servers. It's a very difficult job. The other job is hairdressing, which I don't mind as much because you don't mess with me like that. Like in a restaurant, I don't get the same attitude from my clients as I get from my customers because I'm the one holding the sharp instrument above your head. I'll make you look like Hillary Clinton or something when you leave here. Give you a nice frizz, choked out haircut. I'm a little anxious tonight because I just picked my mom up from the airport. And before we left arrivals, I was circling around to departures to drop her off again. She'd been in the car for 5 minutes with me, asked me if I gave Sophie her white Bichon, her heartworm pill on the first. She wrote it down for me. I didn't go to college. I did graduate high school. I do know how to read. So I gave the pill on the first, like the order from the Fuhrer told me. And when she said to me, "Did you give Sophie her pill?" I said, "No, Mom, I ate it." She said, "What?" I said, "Well, I hear all the young kids are doing the pills from the vet now. That's the new thing." So I thought I'd take Sophie's heartworm medication. I am flea-free right now, folks. Trust me. And my mother told me, I believe you ask a stupid question, you get a stupid answer. I want to tell you something else. Last week I came here for the first time after a failed America's Got Talent audition. Thank you. Oh, by the way, I want to tell you something else that's a little unfair to me while I'm up here, people. I know I'm not dressed as some of the other contestants, and I thank God I didn't go on after contestant number 2, because I'm afraid our outfits would have clashed. But nobody comes up here and gives me $1. I mean, I can't do a split. I'm not even going to try. I'm 49 years old.